The Love is Blind UK Season 2 reunion is upon us, and my spleen is tingling, everyone.
Oh, my spleen!
So that must mean all our engaged couples from the pods are back to spill the tea on what's happened in the last year since the show finished filming. And let me tell you, this one is an absolute disaster. Now, they start this reunion off with a cheeky little promo of them all getting into a photo booth, and look, this one has a curtain.
And the curtain was closed.
There was no curtain!
Oh, and by the way, apparently we're gonna see a photo of the real photo booth, but there's conflicting photos. I don't know. Sometimes I just have to stop myself because what on earth are we talking about? Curtain drama? This is so stupid. Okay though, things are actually going to get kind of wild right away because they start off with Cal and Srover and go into footage of them living their happy married life together, but then it cuts back to the studio and there is a big old chunk of space between them.
Update us, how's the first year of married life been?
What married life? What married life?
Y'all, this is one of those moments where they were playing that happy Christmas scene and you were just smiling, and then it cuts back to them now and everything was a raging fire. Get me out of here! So apparently, 3 months in, Cal turned to Srover and said he made the decision that it was over between them. And he gave her 3 reasons why. 1, there was no spark, 2, they were very different people, and 3, there was an imbalance in showing emotion and affection. And all through this, the whole audience is looking like, ooh, this is awkward. And then Cal is asked, okay, what went wrong? What took things from happy marriage and all that wonderful stuff you said about Srover at the wedding to now this in 3 months?
Nothing. That's the hard thing. Nothing went wrong. She didn't do anything wrong. She was a good wife. We had some disagreements on the honeymoon. That was on the last day before.
That was in October, by the way, guys.
Right. Oh, sorry for booking you a 5-star honeymoon off my own back.
And Cal goes, look, you've seen the show, I'm not into PDA and all that physical lovey-dovey stuff, while Srover's going, then why did you marry me? We lived together, you saw the level I was at. But then to marry me and 3 months after, it's done? I don't know, I for one felt like things were weird, like this man committed less time to giving his marriage a shot than I did to my grade school Tamagotchi. Meanwhile, Srover and her mum talk about being blindsided and how this breakup came out of nowhere, to which Cal goes,
it was your decision.
But you don't usually
it was like
consult
it
on
was
a
your
breakup.
marriage.
Huh?
It was your
You don't
life.
usually consult on a breakup.
Cal can
yikes? You don't consult on a breakup? That tells me all I need to know about this man's communication style. It's as if Cal took relationship tips from the Batman movies. 1 minute he's in, but the moment he gets the idea to break up,
He does that.
Now speaking of seemingly sudden 180s, things then move on to Barta and Jed, where Barta comes out saying she 100% made the right decision, and Jed had shown signs that weren't compatible with the kind of husband she wanted. Jed, meanwhile, confirms what his answer was going to be at the altar, which was a yes, but reflecting back on it, he realizes he would have said that while not being 100% confident, and so he should have been a no. And these two did give it a try after filming ended.
She moved in, she was driving my car, we were going on date nights, I was buying her flowers and things like that, and we were just still butting heads.
Obviously, I've got my own take on that. I think the only person that was trying was me. And I think...
But Barta says this not so much to shame Jed in this moment, but to say that she felt so guilty for saying no, so she was really trying to make up for that, while Jed needed more space. That being said, she did continue to wear the ring as a symbol of her commitment to him, and that became a point of contention.
Jed had asked me to remove it, and it pissed me off because I said, this is something that I'm doing for you, and it was because his ex-girlfriend was in the room, which I didn't know.
And then, according to her, he blew up on her because she did take it off and kept it off. But Jed says he only wanted her to take it off because he was worried it would get out that they were married before the show aired, because everyone in Essex, like his ex, knows everyone else, and rumors would spread. Ultimately, it's clear that the show version of Barta and Jed with the no arguments then the one tiny argument is not what they were or not what they became. And they are much better off parting ways.
Yeah, I wish you all the best far away from me.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so we're really off to a crash and burn start to these relationships, and up next is Billy and Ashley, who both said yes at the altar, despite Billy being more of a coin flip. So are these two happily together, or did this relationship also take a nosedive into the nearest lake? Spoiler alert, it's this.
Unfortunately, sadly to say, we're not together.
So Ashley says the moment they left the show, it was like he fell back into date mode, not marriage mode. And then all those fears he had on the show came rushing back, and after 3 months, that was it. Funny how the 3-month mark seems to be a consistent thing with these couples. And Ashley says she was ready to be a military wife to try and squash all of his cabin crew fears. But then, to only give it 3 months? That felt horrible.
I wish he was braver. I wish he was in touch with his emotions.
Hindsight's
Let me finish.
Oh, by the time you've done some talking.
And
Talking all night. Give me a chance.
he should have said no.
Now Ashley feels like there was no compromise from Billy's end, saying he was so bothered by the cabin crew stuff, but she wasn't complaining about the 3 months he'd be away for deployment, but Billy says he was compromising, and it's clear that these two are still heated about things. Also, Billy apparently confided a lot in Cal, and the two were buddies through their simultaneous breakups, which both Srover and Ashley question the timing of.
I appreciated having them, to be honest.
I think you benefited each other quite well, actually. I'm glad you had each other.
And likewise,
Likewise to you
yourself
too.
and Ashley. I'm glad you had each other.
Sorry, so...
Billy, I think that one flew right over your head, but you know what? Can't fault him. We all know how this man feels about flying.
There was a very
Oh, wait,
similar
yeah.
script
So, can I...
of messages delivered to us both.
Yeah. After they'd both just been together not even a week before.
Of course, Cal and Billy deny this, and it then becomes a recreation of that Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man meme, where Cal's going, oh, you think we concocted a story together? No, you concocted a story together.
How can we even trust you both?
You don't need to
You
trust
never
us
let us
overnight.
have a chance. We didn't trust you before. Huh?
Why do you need to trust us? You've obviously made up some story between you because it fits the narrative.
Yeah, as much as I'd like to deep dive into who is actually telling the truth here, I don't think it's worth sacrificing my few remaining brain cells for. I mean, we've gone from was there a photo booth curtain or not drama to now this. Ultimately, Billy says he was 50-50 and took a shot for love, and in hindsight, he shouldn't have done it. Alright though, to continue this complete mess, up next is Katisha and Javen, where Javen comes out with a lot of compliments for Katisha, but she says, you know what, I wish I had heard those things face to face during our engagement. Then the show plays Javen's conversation with Sophie from the Pod Daters mixer, and here I think Javen's reaction says it all. As for Katisha, she says it hurts to see all that, and Javen's defense is this.
Anyone that knows me, yeah, I'm a jokey guy, innit? However...
Was that a laugh or was that flirting?
You may consider it flirting.
Hey, you call that naughty?
Flashback.
You don't live far from here, right?
Literally 5 minutes up the road.
Okay.
Why?
I'm just asking. You're naughty, you know.
Now both Javen and Sophie say it was a very jokey conversation, but Sophie does apologize to Katisha saying yes, it looks really flirty. And Sophie also says that whole photo booth incident was an argument, just like Javen said it was.
And he was just saying from everything that we spoke about on our dates, I didn't think that would be you.
They then were apparently shouting at each other and it was embarrassing in front of everyone else, so they went into the photo booth. But here's the twist. Production gives us a look at the photo booth and there's no curtain, which has Javen going...
Vindication!
Yet, the actual club posted this on their Instagram stories from like the other week, apparently. Again, this is from the club's account, and this one has a curtain. So other people from the franchise have said it doesn't have a curtain, and others said it does. I again am wondering how we even ended up here. Who would have thought that the biggest argument of the season would have been...
curtain open or curtain closed?
And really, what does it matter? Curtain or no, none of this is a good look. Also, I thought Sophie said they were trying to get privacy for their argument, or at least not have it in front of everyone else, so they move into an open photo booth with no room in it? Why not just step outside? I feel dumber for all of this. But Javen's beef wasn't with the curtain, it was more with the insinuation that he was with other women all night. So Megan says, you feel what you feel, I feel what I feel, this happened a year ago, and no one seems to have any regrets about where the relationship ended up, so we can move on. We then touch up briefly on Anu. Oh, and by the way, Patrick's spleen didn't guide him to the reunion, so we won't be seeing him here. As for Anu, she says she doesn't have any regrets on how the season went. But then they do talk about how Patrick apparently had accusations going that he had a secret baby on the way while filming the show. Yeah, I can't with this reunion. So Patrick did send them a statement saying he was single while the show filmed, and
while my journey on the show didn't end in a partnership, 2025 has been life-changing as I embrace the joy of becoming a father.
You know what? I, for one, think Patrick is completely off the hook because, come on, everybody. It wasn't him doing all this, it was his spleen. His spleen was the villain the whole time. But okay, we do finish off with one happy couple. Megan and Kieran are still together. Although I will say, after showing that happy couple montage of Cal and Srover before the sudden breakup announcement, I was bracing for impact during this montage. But nope, cutting back, these two are safely snuggled up together.
I'll answer that by saying, can we take a moment to appreciate how hot my wife looks?
So phew, something was salvaged this season, and we can sometimes find success. These two say they have plans for a vow renewal, and eventually they're gonna start a family. Despite Kieran saying that he told everyone before he went on the show that there was no way he'd be getting married. Absolutely no chance, right? And Megan? Well, she too didn't expect this.
If there's one thing I'm not looking for in here, it's a gamer.
My job is actually in the gaming world, so I'm an entrepreneur in the gaming space.
Oh, gamer.
Sometimes I'd like to sit there and play a video game instead of watch Netflix, and that's okay.
Don't say that in this room.
So that's it for this recap of the Love is Blind UK Season 2 reunion. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And until next time, Bachelor Fantake out.
Oh, my spleen! I think you've ruptured him.